Hey guys, it's Yadi here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed this look for you guys. I did like a purpley eye look using the 35P Morphe palette. It's a bunch of purpley tones. I kind of just used the colors on this side over here. So yeah, and then for the lips, I did two options. I did a nude lip and then this purpley lip that I'm wearing. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, just keep watching, and as always, you already know, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye. So as always, I'm going to go ahead and start with my NYX eyeshadow base. And I mean, this is pretty much the basic. I'm just going to prime my eyes with this just so my eyeshadow doesn't crease. I just do like a really thin layer of it. And then I set it with the eyeshadow just to keep it in place. The eyeshadow that I'm using today is the one that I use all the time. Lap Dance by NYX. So yeah, so once I set that, then I can go ahead and start with my eyeshadows. Today I'm going to be using the 35P by Morphe. I'm going to start off by using one of the mauve tone purples on this side as my crease color. So I'm going to go ahead and start probably with this one right here. And I'm going to be applying this all over the crease. Just basically going to be buffing it in the crease just as my transition color. You know what? I should do the tape. The tape probably bugs a lot of people, but you know what? It helps me. Like, it kind of guides my eyeshadow to where it's like supposed to go. So I just tap it behind my hand, and then I put it right on the side. Seriously, if you're having trouble with your eyeshadow, try this tape method. It actually helps. Like I said, it helps me a lot. So might look stupid, but it helps. This one's way longer than this one. Oh well. I just need this piece right here basically, but oh, this one's way too long. But yeah. Okay, so now that my tape is on, I'm going to go ahead back into that same crease color that I was using, and I'm going to apply it to my other lid. And I just buff it in. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit darker shade just to add a little bit more depth to our corners, and I'm just going to apply this right in here to give me more of that definition on the outer V. You see that? You see that? Now the same thing to the other eye. Okay, so it should look something like this. Let me add just a tiny bit more just to make it a little darker, because I feel like my camera lights wash the color out. So like in the mirror I can see like it looks really dark, but then on camera it doesn't show up as dark. But I might have to work with the lighting or the settings or something on my camera, but for now I don't know how. I need my brother. So yeah, so for now I'm just gonna make it darker, I guess, so it could actually show up on camera. So then I grab a little blending brush that I used for my transition color just to diffuse those colors a bit more so we don't have any harsh lines. After that's done, I'm going to go in with an even darker shade just to define it just a tiny bit more, just because I want a lot of definition in there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this shade down here and just define right in here. Kind of smoking that out. See how I did that? So I'm going to start it right in here. And then back to the little blending brush and just diffusing that out. Alright, so to intensify it just a tiny bit more, I'm going to go ahead and add this darker shade down here, right kind of like right in my lash line. So right in here, just to make it look a little bit more smoked out. Since I'm trying, and I'm gonna try really hard not to do a wing liner, but we'll see how that goes. So it should look something like this. And from what I can see, it looks pretty even. I'm not sure how it looks on camera because like I said, my lighting is a little weird, but it looks pretty even to me. For my lid color, I'm gonna go ahead and use this shimmery shade up here. And I'm gonna just be wetting my brush for that. Go ahead and spray my brush with some Fix Plus. And then grabbing that shimmery shade from the palette, this one right here. And I'm going to be using this as my lid color. Such a pretty purpley color. So it just kind of softens up the look a bit. So now I'm just going to go ahead and grab my blending brush again and then blend that out. So there's no harsh lines. So now I'm just going to pop just a tiny bit of, I want to make my lid pop just a tiny bit. So I'm going to go ahead and use this shimmery shade from the corner over here and just pop it right in the middle. Just to kind of diffuse the dark and the purple, but making it pop. So I'm going to grab my fluffy brush and blend that out. For my brow bone highlight, I'm just going to go ahead and use this light shade. Alright, and since I don't want to do wing liner today, I'm just going to define my lash line with some liner. I'm going to be using the Felt Tip Liner by Palladio. And I'm just going to be defining my lash line just so I can blend my fake lashes into my lash line. I'm going to go ahead and remove this tape. Off. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara. I actually already had mascara on, but I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more mascara. For lashes today, I'm going to be using these wispy lashes. Using my dual glue as always. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply a thin layer of glue. And then pop them on. So you want to get them as close as you can to your natural lash line so they can blend better with that liner you just put on there. Add mascara to my lashes, well, to the fake lashes so they can stand out a little more. Now that our lashes are on, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face. Now I'm going to prep my skin and do all that and then move on to foundation, but I'm going to show you guys the steps that I did in my glowy bronzed video. First off, I'm going to start by spraying my face with my MAC Fix Plus, and this just kind of hydrates my face. This just kind of hydrates my face and gives me, you know, like a nice canvas to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and spray some of this on. It just feels so good. Okay, so now, even though that's still wet, I can move on to primer. For primer again, I'm going to be using my little sample. I bought the full size already, but I want to finish my little samples first because, I mean, why not? So I'm going to go ahead and prime my face with this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And I've seriously, ever since that one day that I tried it out, I've been using this nonstop. I had 3 samples of this, don't think it's just one. And I love this stuff. I went out and I bought the full size of it because I loved it so much. Alright, so now that that's on, I go ahead and move on to my Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. And like I said, I love this thing. It just makes you have like this natural glow to your skin. I use about this much, which is kind of like a pump and a half or something like that. So I just dot it where I want to be like glowy. I don't put it on my nose because I don't want to be extra shiny on my nose. I mean, I do enough by adding highlight there. So I just add it all over my face where I want to be extra glowy. So you see that? It just gives you such a nice sheen to your skin. When your face is a lot more hydrated, your foundation just looks a lot more flawless. So prepping your skin the right way is like key to getting flawless looking skin. So how I keep hitting myself. So for foundation, you already know my holy grails foundations have been these infallible foundations by L'Oreal. I use the number 104 and 105. For this foundation, you actually have to work with it really fast because it does dry really fast. So I just dot it all over my face. And then I'm going to be using my foundation brush to blend this out. And I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but I mean, obviously I can because I'm blending it out, but your foundation just blends so much more easier when your face is hydrated. So just keep that in mind. Do I have like a little glowiness going on? I love this. I love this foundation because, like I said, it covers well. And it lasts like all day. Like once I set it with that setting spray, that foundation ain't going nowhere.
Like, it's just not, like if you follow me on Snapchat, shouldn't say this, but if you follow me on Snapchat, you know, like I usually stay up, when I party, I usually stay up till like, you know, 3, 4 in the morning. A little bit more sometimes, but I usually stay up really late. And I always get girls asking me on my Snapchat, like, how does your makeup still look good after so many hours? And I guess it's just the products that I use are just good, you know, and they're not super expensive either. I mean, that freaking foundation's like $12, and I always buy one, get one half off, so just so you know. CVS is the place to go.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but my skin has been so much better than when I first started YouTube. This is so weird, but ever since I started YouTube, it made me want to take more care of my skin. Like, before I kind of didn't care for a skincare routine, and now I'm all about it. Like, I actually have a skincare routine. When I first started my first YouTube videos, if you look back at those, I was super broken out. Like, I would get like meano pimples. Like, my blemishes were huge. So as soon as I'm done trying out some things that I want to add into my skincare routine, I want to share with you guys. I really want to share, you know, what I've been doing and what's been helping me get rid of my blemishes. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but I can tell, and I feel a lot happier with my skin now. I'm able to put, I mean, before I was, you think I was going to put this on all over my pimples? No. Now I can. Now I can actually experiment with new makeup because my skin's actually a lot better. So yeah, I really want to share my skincare routine with you guys. So hopefully soon I can get that up for you guys. So now I'm moving on to concealer. The same one, the H Rewind by Maybelline, and I use the color medium. Okay, so now that that's all blended, I'm gonna go ahead and set this with my NYX banana powder. So I'm going to go ahead and set wherever else I put the concealer. Okay, so now to set my whole face, you already know my MAC NC40 Studio Fix powder and a big fluffy brush. So moving on to bronzer, I'm going to go ahead and use my Milani 04 bronzer in Glow. So I start off with my forehead just to give it a little glow. And then I do my cheeks. And then I go back in with my Hoola bronzer. Go underneath my double chin right here. and then on the sides of my cheeks, and I push the product up so that I don't get that harsh line. So now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my inner corners, and for that I'm going to be using this MAC eyeshadow, and it's called Triple Impact, and I'm just going to be doing the usual, putting it on just a tiny bit and then going back and adding a little more after I wet my brush with some Fix Plus. This one here is like a light pinky lavender color. I love this color. I got it a long time ago. I think it was limited edition. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's still available or not, but if you find it, I would suggest you get your hands on it because it's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and use the same color as my highlight today. So I've used this as a highlight before and I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a tiny bit on the top of my cheekbones. And then on the bridge, tip of my nose. It's more, like I said, it's more like a pinkier purpley color. Because I did not feel like doing gold again. I'm not sure if it's going to show up on camera or not. I hope it does. Can't tell. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with a little bit of the Urban Decay setting spray just so that highlight can set. And then I go back and put some more highlight on. But I'll do that after I'm going to go ahead and finish my lower lash line, and then I go back and add highlight. So for my lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with that 35P palette from Morphe, and I'm going to be using this color right here. Take it all the way in. Add mascara to my bottom lashes. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and add another layer of highlight from the same eyeshadow. Just going to go ahead and add one more layer. And then I'm going to go back and diffuse everything together. I'm going to add just a little bit more bronzer since I'm not going to be using blush today. I'm just going to add a little bit more of that Milani bronzer for my cheeks. Alright, so now for lips. You can either pair with like a nude lip or go more for a pinkier mauvey lip. It's up to you. I'm going to show you both options. Okay, so for the nude lip option, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Stripped. So now I'm going to be lining my lips with the Oak lip liner. After lips are lined, I'm going to go ahead and just fill them in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills color in Stripped. So now I'm just going to be letting that dry. So like I said, you can either do like a pinky tone, purpley tone, whatever you want. Or you can just pair with the nude lip if you think you got, you know, too much color going on at the top. I'm going to show you a second option that you can do. Okay, so for my second option, I'm going to use this Lorac lipstick in Goddess. I'm going to just go ahead and line my lips again with the Oak lip liner from MAC. Fill them in with the lipstick. And this is more of a purpley tone. I'm going to go back in with the lip liner and define my edges a little more. Okay, so there's my second option for this makeup look. And I think it pairs very well also with like the purpley colors. And then this one's more like a purpley mauvey grayish tone. Like I said, you can pair it with whatever lip color you like. I personally like either nude or mauvey purpley tone, but whatever you like, do whatever makes you happy. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.